Hello again, and welcome back to Let's Play Imperator Rome as Magna Graecia. Hope everybody is well this evening. I am no complaints. It is approaching the weekend here on my clock, and that is a definite plus because maybe I can push out some extra episodes for you. But first, we have today's episode to get through. And there are a couple of things that I overlooked last time in my desire to keep the clock moving, a new ritual I would like to start. But we're not going to dive right into getting that clock moving forward today because I do want to cover these things. The first thing is there were actually trade routes that needed to be done. A couple of them. There was one here, I believe. Nope, not there. That's still over. It may be that these are all off a little bit because, again, of the month tick thing, but we'll at least sort the ones that we can see here. So we have this region, one extra trade route. Already kind of scanned around. I would like to get, well, not for the actual goods, but I know what I want. I'd love to get something for the nobles in this province. So let's see if we can get some cloth, since there is always cloth. Sure enough, more cloth from Egypt. This province is a little bit whatever I feel like. Citizens, freemen. Let's look if we can find something for the freemen. Hemp, there's usually hemp. There's not. Oh, leather? Yep, a little bit of leather. We'll go this time with some leather from Pontus. Check our other regions here as well. Those look okay for the moment. Alright, except I believe I do want to run the clock just to see if these trade routes update, because I want to make sure that I did not actually cancel the wine in this region. I thought I had done that, but I may not have. Let's let the clock run till the end of the month. Let everything kind of update a little bit here. And the 1st of September. Excellent. Checking again. Nope, it appears not. Maybe I accidentally immediately resold it again. Alright, let's go to our trade map here. Look at our exports. And go down to Syracuse. Check the wine and stop exporting some of that wine. The reason that becomes increasingly important now is because it lowers our legion maintenance cost. So now we don't want to be exporting any surplus wine from our capital region. We are at capacity though on everything else. Would love to get some cloth in here and hemp to just kind of get our other extra bonuses. But in order to do that, we do need a new import route. So let's get one of those up now. We have way too many free provincial investments. We got to start utilizing them. All right, capital is fine, looking good. Our new maybe future capital is looking good-ish. So we're not going to have to worry about more buildings. Though one of our more recent community members, whose name I will look up so I can give him credit next time, did recommend that we also explore a capital over here, saying that there was possibly some good modifiers in this region. So I'll do that off screen. Maybe I'll even explore absolutely every province, though it feels a little bit like we're betraying our homeland if we move the capital that far. I'm not above doing some things for maximizing our potential in game, but every now and then I like this little edge of a roleplay. All right, so next thing I want to do, I'm tired of worrying about their loyalty for a little bit. I don't want to build new buildings though for the nobles, and they are the source of the problem. I know I could encourage some religious conversion here by doing that. I will toy with that idea. Maybe you guys can tell me what you think. For now, I just want the problem solved for a little while though. So I am going to go to harsh treatment in that province, and that will solve that problem, at least make it around 0-0. This province, they're not burning as quickly, so this province we will go to religious conversion. And we'll see which one of the approaches helps more. Keeping in mind that this province always had a little bit more unrest, so it's not a perfectly one-for-one comparison. All right, that is sorted now. We've got our trade routes. We've got the policy changed on the island of Sardinia. Now we can look at the inventions. And the proposal that I had for inventions, look at that research efficiency, 125%, excellent. I had proposed that we start jetting down this route so that we could get towards the Grand Theater building and having that unlocked. If we start to get a few more provinces further afield, we will want that. And even in the territory we have now, we still have a lot of unintegrated cultures. It would be nice to have that theater in place. So, which route we should go here? Pardon a bit of tea. All right, which route to go here is a little bit tough. I really think this is actually more beneficial, but this sounds so fun. All right, I'm going to go the route I had planned out, though. Aggressive expansion change, always going to be beneficial if we're shifting towards diplomatic. Then we will run down to this to lower the impact when we actually do something aggressive, as well as increase our diplomatic relations. We'll also burn off 10 aggressive expansion immediately, which is very, very, very beneficial. And then we can run down to this to improve maximum relations. That will be useful so that we can actually get relations high enough to diplomatically get people into our camp as feudatories or as tribal vassals, for instance. And then later on, we'll be able to open up this. Oh, am I still in planning mode? Ah, well, we won't get quite that far then. We haven't even unlocked the first one yet. So we have that one first. There we go. 1 and 2. And then defending liberty as our third. 3. There we go. So we won't quite get there this time, but that's all right. We're in no huge rush. We haven't expanded into a lot of areas that are problematic quite yet. Inventions, not elections. We don't have elections. Leave that for the republics up here. The inventions are all sorted, and we can consolidate our ships here as well. Maybe we move them, if they are all repaired up properly, up to the actual straits. We can maybe grab 1 or 2 extra ships when we see some pirates coming through so that I can get those numbers kind of even. I like even numbers. And we can start thinking about naval adventures. As for our actual diplomatic adventures, and I will start the clock rolling here now slowly, we have to pick some more people to befriend. Now, keeping in mind that feudatories can only be countries of our culture. So obviously, Veneto here cannot be. They're going to be either a tribal vassal or something else. I'm leaning towards a tribal vassal. Why not at least one of them? We'll have to pick somebody of the Greek culture, which is all down here. Over here, there's a couple, and a couple down here, but we're not going to set Egypt quite yet. I actually would really like Massilia, Massilia is more like this, as a vassal. If they just switched to mercantile stance, that would be actually useful for us. Mercantile stance, yes they are. Alright, I think I'm going to start improving relations with them as well. They're Greeks, and it would be nice if we could get them to peacefully join into our expanding empire. Feudatory, opinion must be 100, it's currently 2. Let's see if we can get it up there. This would increase it by 66.5 over time. Thought that would have gone up because we just hit that button. No, that was, we didn't quite get there. The max relationship button. I think we didn't quite get down that far on the tech tree. But, you know, we will in time. We'll start this anyways. We can always give them a gift or figure out other ways to make friends with them. Egypt wants stuff. Keep up with them. Alright, so we've got somebody over here we're working on in the principle of being a feudatory. We've got somebody here that we are working on in principle of being tribal vassal. Marriage was approved! Yay! The Macedonian house have graciously accepted our offer of royal marriage. Thessalonica Antipatrid has traveled to Magna Graecia in order to meet her betrothed, Isagonus Agathoclid. May our two nations prosper as a result of this mutual display of affection. Aww. I can't wait till he takes power now. Alright. Maybe next episode we'll look at seeing whether we can grab like one more from here. They've got really good relations, but I would guess that this needs to be really high. Yes, exactly, to get a state of their size and power, to get them into our fold. They've got provinces over here, we must always remember. They're not quite as small as they seem at first glance. Well, as long as we are on the screen, let's take a quick look here. Ruler family, gender, female, age sorted here. She is 12 now. We're getting close. We could sort a royal marriage. How old is Callus? 15. He's a bit old. Oh yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Even 27, you know, they can find spouses somewhere else. Sure, let's marry off Callus. Or arrange the marriage. Could be beneficial in the future. There we go. New trade route in the capital region. Let's, I thought it said a new trade route, but now it's gone. And certainly we did click that. Maybe the trade routes went down and now we've just kind of recovered something we lost. Still, that's not a nice transparency thing, but well, what can you do? What can you do? I guess I could get another trade route up there. Should we see if it happens again? Let's wait till the end of the month at least. Yeah, no, definitely no extra trade route. So let's try it again. So we still have 4 free province investments. Let's try that one more time. Oop, another Olympiad. They really want us to send this guy to the Olympics. Like, no, he's not going to the Olympics. He's busy. Oh, yes. Well, no, we're going to keep the clock rolling. Habit I need to get into. It helps improve my skill. But we'll lower it a little so I'm comfortable. I did want to point out, we actually have some other options here in our ideas. So, as you can see, oh, yeah, quite a few. I mean, one of the things I do not like about this new system is you really do feel compelled to take what your slot should be, because you can't pass up a bonus like that. And it feels like it just constrains your options too much in a way. There's some very good civic ideas here, as you can see. Population capacity, though I never like getting bonuses that you have to take and then have to keep, because if you take this, you're kind of stuck with it the rest of the game, because if you get rid of it, your people are going to be way overpopulated and fleeing the cities. So it's a bit of a, in this one as well, you would take it. If you ever got rid of it, you'd immediately lose 3 capital routes. Anyhow, that being said, you can see also here, I'll just hover for a moment so you can kind of see what the ideas are down here. Like that, population conversion speed would be really nice, but not going to go for it. We have some ideas ourselves, though, in Oratory that are quite nice. We could get war score costs. Nah, not really useful. We are currently on that improve maximum opinion. In fact, in that vein, I actually want to go to this one, the monthly corruption. We could improve our research points, loyalty of generals, or unintegrated culture happiness. Now, I'm not certain actually improving our research points would help right now, given our efficiency is already so high. I probably would, because research points and efficiency are different things. However, we do have some unintegrated culture happiness issues. For a while, I'm going to do this. This might actually help in those provinces over on Sardinia and help accelerate things there a little bit. So let's do that. Why not? We'll go to the research point 1 later, I promise, very soon. We'll see what that does to their loyalty. So scandal is unfortunately part of everyday average of the average part of an average day in Magna Graecian court. Ordinarily, we'd simply ignore such petty squabbles. However, on this occasion, the esteemed heir was found in flagrante delicto with his lover. You've got to be kidding me. Has appealed to the court to have him stripped of his office as punishment. A 49-year-old. Does he have some sort of like weird trait that encourages him to do stuff like that? Nope. This is none of our business. He would lose a lot of loyalty, but that's not critical. He would lose his position, or if we have him flogged, he would lose health, which also is not great. Well, it's gonna just have to be this. None of our business. Alright. I did want to now pick that time up a little bit. Oh, well, speak of the man. I wasn't even really preparing for the death of my ruler, but apparently he was murdered at the age of 50. All right, that happens in these days and age. I should have monitored more carefully who his rivals were, or probably went around and you would have had to like really look at who is, or no, they got the targeted by thing. I'm gonna pay more attention to that in the future. Not that we necessarily wanted to keep him around. His son, if you look here, 2375, 2846. So is overall a bit better. Our stability did drop because of that, which is unfortunate because I was going to build a legion in this episode. So we now finally have a trade route. So we did get the trade route that we had earlier done the provincial improvement for. It's now showing up. Maybe it was just delayed. Let's not overthink this. So either cloth or hemp, just to round out and get the bonuses where we can. A cloth in particular, oratory tech investment. Well, it's a little bit late for that. Ship damage done, also very useful. There is cloth available though. Let's just do that and be happy with it for now. We'll worry about fine-tuning that later for maybe some legion bonuses and such. We do have a title unassigned now because our heir had this position. Let's see who can take the job. This family. Loyalty is fine. I would say that we give her the job then, because if we give somebody from this family the job, then they will be grateful and that will help them all around. So, I think we can progress now. Let's take a look at our new ruler. He, as ruler, as a commander, he's got a few assets, useful. As a ruler, national slave happiness, very nice. Let's try to keep him a little bit safer. So loyalty in this province is going down quite a bit. Loyalty in this province is also going down, but at a reduced rate, 0.04. Mainly because of the harsh treatment. It's because this guy lost a little bit of loyalty. I could try to make friends with him. How much money do I have? These other things that would get his loyalty up would cause corruption, which isn't great. Victory in the pits. This character recently defied all odds and won a stunning victory in a bout of underworld fighting. Oh, good for you. Alright, let's maybe make friends with this fellow as long as he has no money. Alright, ruler is going to need a holding. It's a shame that holdings aren't actually, hereditary or something, that they don't get passed from father to son. Let's give him something relatively large then, where there's going to be some good money for him. Not one of the best though, I don't know why, I just always feel like the best cities should not get handed out like candy. Where are these places? I wish I could, view. Ah, yes, you can. Yeah, that looks okay. Let's see. Yeah, okay, this will do. The city of Posedano. There we go. You gain some corruption. Yeah, that's not great, but hopefully it will go away. We go figure we just switched away from our corruption reduction thing. This has the following impact. Monthly political influence. Not great. Does increase population migration speed though. Something to think about. We also will put him on a different scheme other than to provoke somebody. Siphon funds that would increase the corruption but would allow him to accrue some money. Let's put him on scheme political influence though. That'll be fine. We are going to have to work on his popularity as well. And let's roll. Should probably check who the next heir is. Government. It does look to be his brother at present. So good thing that we got him married off as well. Better luck next time with the Olympics. Alright, I am going to have to wait for the stability to go up a little bit before I do the new law for the Legion. Leon Nikid has suggested a small addendum to an often referenced law pertaining to the rights of the common folk. Not this time, or a small investment couldn't hurt, eh? Yes, it couldn't. 6 stability. Excellent. Now, if we could just get one more. Our stability goes down too much from passing a law. The problem is the loyalty in these provinces are going to be pretty harsh. Alright, so I don't actually have the money to make friends with this guy, unfortunately. And I have to see about when I might get it. Not very quickly. Alright, some olives. And another route in the capital. We can look at importing that hemp then. We should check if there's any iron though. Should we import some iron so that we can get our legions that bonus? Yes, we should. At present, it just helps our taxes, but if we get another one, and we actually have some surplus iron, so we would just have to cease exporting it, we can get heavy infantry discipline, which will be useful. Hey, right there, we have extra. I almost forgot that is the new import route. I almost forgot that we were building stuff over here. So that's all of them? Yes. Fortresses are built. So that means we can complete the trade mission. And we'll get a bunch of citizens down here. Hooray. Next on the list for this is that this province, any state territory amount true, at least 2 markets in each port. Wow, 2 markets in each port. Wow, that is impressive. I'm going to assume that second one is exactly like this one. Oh, we can no longer view it once it is done, where we are good with that one because we have completed the criteria above. So 2 markets in each port. Let's get on that. That is a lot of markets per port. In fact, it's not even possible with the amount of building slots currently available, but I might just have to rip some stuff down then, such as the forts that we don't need. Though that one we do kind of need. It is the provincial capital. Alright, well, we can at least get 1 market here. That will complete the 2 in that city. And we can get 1 market here. That will complete the 2 in that city. This one, on the other hand, what is there that is holding everything up? Well, first, it has a level 2 fort. So 1 of those can go, and I can start getting 1 market up. What else could go? I don't really ever like ripping down a library, to be honest. Port obviously can't. I think that would violate the conditions. We could just do a building slot here. Feels a bit frivolous. You can actually rip down the buildings from the previous event or the previous mission, and it's not going to complicate things as long as it wasn't previously isn't still required in this. So we can't get rid of the ports, obviously, but we could get rid of the forts, which we will actually do right now because I do not want ports in all of these provinces. Makes no sense at all. This one does make a little bit of sense. Tell you what, these were free provincial investments anyways. I'll use 1 here. It's okay. We will get an extra building slot here. It's not how I prefer to use them, but I just don't want to rip the fort down and have to build it again. We're not exactly rolling in money. We have a legion to build. That will allow us then to build the other marketplace as soon as that is finished in 83. All right. Probably we're going to shortly... Hey, he's back. No longer importing hemp. So we have a free trade route in this province. Who do we want to make happy here? Oh, there's so many decisions. I'll just pick something at random. Sure, dies. Let's improve the nobles here, I guess. That's who the dies were, correct? Yes, nobles. I do believe we have some nobles in this province. Look, 5 of them right there. Citizens aren't terribly happy here, though, so I probably should have focused on them. We are importing 1 extra cloth also. Tell you what, I want to cancel that. If I can. I think I actually have to, unfortunately, go to the trade map. Look at my imports. Imports into the province of Brutium. You're gonna say it's by city. Okay, province of Brutium importing. It's really not in any order. Cloth right there from Egypt. Let's cancel that. Okay. Okay. Opens up something. Let's see if we can find something for the citizens. Spices. Yep, is for citizens. Gosh, Egypt is really just rolling and stuff. I should probably start making sure that I can do something to undermine Egypt, or they're going to have so much money. All right, Demodamus, the expert explorer, is back. Across hill and dale, valley and brook, the expert explorer, Demodamus of Miletos, has once again made his way to our border. The haggard Macedonian looks every bit the worn traveler, clad in fraying cloak and threadbare sandals, yet the twinkle in his eye tells of an wealth of knowledge hidden beneath his craggy face. Asking only a small sum this time for his continued travels, Demodamus offers us a beautiful gilt candlestick, which he claims to have sourced from a mausoleum belonging to a fallen king beyond the Indus. A most reasonable offer, small sum. Ooh. If in a holy site, local unrest -1. Whale fat candles. Away with you, vagrant. I can do. He'll gain the trait lunatic. Then we can be friends, right? I would lose a lot. No, I'm not a lunatic anymore. Now I'm just a normal fella. How dull. Or his journey could end here. That is actually for -1 unrest, and I don't have any temple I could really put it in at present. I don't think it's worth it. I do not think it's worth it. Where's the religious map? We do actually have another holy site up here. But I do not believe that's in our... It is Diana. Let's take a look. Diana is goddess of what? Doesn't say. I have to look. Not that. No, not there. Don't see anything here either. Might not be somebody, and I can't check here. So, all right, I'm just gonna say his journey can end here. No reason to do anything and give him too much money for a treasure that I don't think we need. Of course, maybe we keep getting more and more treasures, but we've only got so many slots, and maybe somebody can cue me in. Is there some huge, great treasure that I'm going to miss out because of this? But we're obviously not gonna lose 15 popularity to do this. We'll just tell him to settle down. He's only 35 though, but 9 mil. There we go. Somebody tell me if they know how that storyline ends. Alright, the farming settlements have finished over here. Before I go and talk about the city we have to rip down, I'm not quite happy just talking to a couple people here though. We have to be much more ambitious. I know it requires that costs be outlaid, that we must spend money if we are going to improve our relations and peacefully get some feudatories and stuff. But we can do that, and we should start. So let's look down here in the Greek areas. Who should we approach? These people already even have, pretty decent relations with us. So let's just try one of the Greeks down here. Somebody who is not in too vulnerable of a position. Not on Crete, though. I might actually want Crete myself. Do you guys think I should take Crete? I think so. But I'm willing to listen to you if you think not. Let's start easy with these fellas. They actually are already a feudatory, so no, not gonna work. Also feudatories. Ooh, they probably all are at present. Not them. Okay. But you guys, I would assume so. It's interesting. That's Macedon. I was like, tiny little island there, and it seems like they have tons of feudatories. How is that even possible? You are just a revolt, so yeah, that doesn't really help. Could get something on the mainland there. Oh, nope, you are already a feudatory as well. Everybody's taken. Aw. Alright. These are probably not Greek, though. I want to stick down here. It doesn't really matter. This is more of the learning phase. I just don't want it to be somewhere where we're gonna eventually want land ourselves. They seem awfully large, to be honest. Yes. Apparently so. Maybe we do have to pick somebody that is actually on the island of Crete. They are not. They're in an alliance with Macedon, though. I would assume that that would discourage them from doing much. How about these fellas? Also in an alliance with Macedon. Hard to find viable people down here, isn't it? I may have to scan this then actually for good candidates in between episodes, because I don't want to spend too long doing it now. Everybody's pretty rough because of that base. That's alright then. Alright, I'll do that in between episodes and look for some more people whom we can grab. I do believe they are Greek too, so maybe we should grab them too. Let me see. Correct. They are Hellenistic, that is. I should be, or not Hellenistic. What would be the term then for this? Culture group, yeah, Hellenistic. I thought that was the religious group then. Hellenistic, Hellenic. Understandable that I made that error, not era. Alright, so these fellows as well are also Greeks, and I think we should save the Greeks. So let's improve opinions with them as well. And get a feudatory there. Also, perhaps. As for other things we want in the way of actual possessions, I do believe that this seems like a viable option. It is, from the province perspective, not the region perspective, the province perspective. Not a very large province, I must say. It will put us into conflict with this little tributary or feudatory of Carthage here, which could be also a good occasion to, do another little fight against Carthage, which, is good for us, keeps us on our toes. And it's an island, and we wanted a few more islands, so why not grab this one? If you disagree with that, do let me know, but I think for now that's fine. Let's do this one militarily, though. If you disagree with actually taking this island as one of our own, and I could see totally why you would, because it's wrong culture, wrong religion. Are we foolish? More troubles like Sardinia? Let me know, and I will, instead of doing the whole, this is all mine annexation route, we'll just conquer them and militarily make them a tribal vassal or a tributary. So, but we will go this one, the military route, so I'll fabricate a claim on them. There we go. Leaving lots of different exploratory options open here. Words are not flowing so smoothly from my mouth this evening, it feels. Alright, it happens. So, next thing on our list, there's some pirates. Let's pull out here and intercept them while we talk about Silbion. Alright, they are still coming down, and we'll just sit in this port here and wait for them. There we go. Oh, I have them selected on that, which wasn't the wisest thing to do. Did I pick up any ships? No, it doesn't look like it. Well, maybe one. That's fine. I destroyed all their ships. Alright, so the city of Silbion has to go. It is a shame. I don't really like doing this, but that's what we do. There's some tyranny. Ouch. And that way we can build a farming settlement. Not at present. I think we may have to wait a month or so. Yep, there we go. Now let's build the farming settlement in here so that we can get that next part of the mission tree, Roots of Apulia, completed. Probably actually got to move them to a bigger port now. We are almost at least up to 55. I would love to just get one stability event. And then I could get those legions up. Oh, we are on time. That really went quick. Tell you what then, I know everybody kind of wants me to make legions, so maybe we should just wrap up with that. We'll take the stability hit, It'll be fine. It'll start going back up. If something goes too wrong out of in this area, then so be it. That is actually getting worse. That one's getting a bit better, though. Harsh treatment seems to be the way to go. When will the next person here convert? View pop info, religious conversion. 86, still 3 years. So slow. Dominant religion is not state religion. Dominant culture is not integrated culture. Non-integrated culture. Lots and lots of issues getting in the way there. It may be that I should do something else there. Because they're getting a little bit down in the 60s. I don't really like that. Alright, but that's something to think about another time. I could also start trying to import some stuff here. Let's instead then, as I said, look at getting those legions up. Otherwise, it's just something we can put off forever. Like, oh, next time, next time, next time. We will be paying for something then that we do not actually need immediately, though. So in a way, it makes much more sense to do it when we're closer to maybe a war. We could be at war tomorrow, though, for some reason. So why not? Are we agreed? That costs us 15 stability. Let's do it. All right. That will increase our discipline. Great. Royal Guard. A great kingdom such as ours cannot rely solely on levied troops to support the expansive foreign policies of the realm. A permanent and well-drilled royal guard is not just a luxury that a monarch might use to impress lesser kings. It is instrumental to bending the world to our will. And it will make little foreign adventures a little bit more manageable. We won't have to call up the entire levy system just to go take on like one little person that we want to fight. So let's look at that levy. I don't know that we'll get into it too much because I am really at time and I don't want to get these under over 40 minutes at least. But militarily speaking, here is now the screen for legions. We can build one in our capital region. As you can see, it is based similarly to the levy system. 27 pops can form up to 27 units plus 3 support units. You have the same amount in the legion system. Unlike levies, though, they're up all the time. So what do we want these levies to be? These we can rotate out in a bit. We have this fella. That was the explorer, wasn't it? Looks like similar numbers, but I thought it was a different name. But we'll find that out later. She's quite good. Not part of a family, though. And we also had thought about, there's our slightly depressed looking fella. We had also thought about giving the job to the friend who we are importing from Egypt very soon as well. Probably really soon. Our aggressive expansion is quite low, so we might as well do that. In fact, I should probably cut it short. I've showed you on the screen. So what we can do then is you've got a base cost of 25 gold if you haven't seen the screen before, and you can just select what you want in your units. For instance, a standard one that many people like is to have a front line of 5 cohorts. They're your primary because they will retreat when they have taken a little bit of a morale hit. They have some advantages against certain units. Yet they won't take many losses. They'll fall back, and they will be replaced with 5 heavy infantry who step in. That, in principle, is okay. In practice, sometimes it doesn't really work because combat width and such, you might just be getting hugely flanked if you really have your setup like that. So it cannot always be to your benefit. I can also then have either heavy or light cavalry cohorts. Heavy we have a bonus for because we have a surplus in our capital of horses. So that is beneficial. Light has more maneuver though and is a lot cheaper. So something to think about, especially since then you could get, say, 4 of them. Though you could also say, oh, we want 2 and we want 2 of them. Definitely you always want a supply. And as for engineers, I do recall the numbers. We're not going chariots. Whatever. They're okay when you're playing in Gaul, but you also want to get some engineers. And I believe, gosh, I'd have to remember the numbers. It's I've only had to read about this and experiment with it a little because, of course, it is a new unit. I believe we're going to want 2 of them, though, for every certain level of port. So to make it viable, I think you need to have at least 2 of them. There's no reason to have 1 of them. So we would be looking then at 6 maintenance a month for that, which is very affordable, though we could certainly up that a little bit, add some more flavor to it. Part of that's going to depend a little bit, as the member of the community, Johannes, pointed out, who we are fighting. We need something, though, that is a bit flexible, because we might be fighting on opposite ends of the Mediterranean. If we're doing the whole imperial approach, little island here, 1 province there, certainly we're going to have a very diverse set of enemies, and we need something flexible enough to deal with that. All right, I will, though, wrap it up there without actually creating this legion. We lack the gold right now anyways to create this one that we want. Just barely, though. It's 300 ducats, and we have 234. This is just kind of an initial proposal of what we should maybe think about if we are looking for something that is very standard. More feedback on your own preferences here is certainly welcome. I would not be at all, especially above, getting rid of some of the archers and filling it out with some more heavies. That, though, also costs a lot more, so do keep the cost in mind as well. We want to have a comfortable budgetary surplus so that we can still keep building things also as we increase the tallness of our empire. All right, I knew we did no wars there. There was a lot of admin, I guess, to do, though, and if you're queuing the diplomatic route, you will see less wars. But we're starting to position ourselves where there will be some. We are getting our relations up quite comfortably there, going up fairly quickly there as well. We could even go the whole let's first guarantee them and then get an alliance route, because we have the slots, and then shift them into tributary status later. You can see right now the base is horrible, and the current strength and rank things are hitting us. So we'll see if these people are actually possible. There it's a little bit better. All right. We'll see. We'll see. They're at war with somebody right now, so they've got a revolt. That's not good for them. All right. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Let's Play Imperator Rome as we continued our shift towards a slightly different approach in play style. Next episode, I do want to try to up that just a little bit more, though. Maybe we'll get a couple more claims up, get a couple more forceful tributaries and feudatories established, while we slowly work on the diplomatic path with several others, and see which of those approaches works a little bit better. Knowing that it is a paradox game, I have my suspicions that the aggressive route is probably more effective than the diplomatic one. Not to be critical of the people who have delivered us so many hours of entertainment. Thanks again. Take care of yourselves. I will see you again very likely tomorrow. Until then, take care of yourselves. Wish you the best. Ciao.